Even though we got the special, I don't have to yell. Okay. Firstly, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Wal Giordani and I'm the ETU organiser for North Queensland. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming out today and supporting the anti-privatisation campaign that the ETU is running across the state. Also, I'd like to acknowledge and just congratulate you on being prepared to stand up against this tyrant, Anna Bligh, and her proposal to privatise public assets. These are our assets. These are your jobs that are at risk when she privatised. We've seen what happened with privatisation in other states and other countries. It never works. This is a short-term fix to the global financial crisis. What happens when we go into another recession? What will she sell then? They're just some of the issues. Then there's the moral issues for regional areas like this. A lot of the blokes here and a lot of the ladies here are from the QR workshops in Townsville. If they go ahead and privatise QR, do you think that workshop will remain here or will they move it to Brisbane? Exactly.
They'll move it to China.
Private companies are in business for one reason and one reason only, to make profit. There is a moral issue here. The regional areas of Queensland deserve the same services that they get down south. And through privatisation, I do not believe that that will occur. We will see services move away from the north, from regional areas, and move to the southeast corner where they can be centralised, and we will see jobs cut, because that's the easiest way for a company to increase its profit margin. So I congratulate you all for turning up here today, for standing up against Anna Bligh and making your feelings known. With that, I'll hand over to Alan Hicks, the Assistant State Secretary of the ETU, to say a few words.
Thanks, Bob. Obviously, pretty passionate about this process and what they're trying to do to Queenslanders. Was up in Cairns yesterday and we had a good roll up there outside Desley Boyle's office, and another one at a community forum in Cairns as well, and it was well attended. Right across the state of Queensland, we're hearing through our membership and the members of other unions and the community generally, that people are fed up with this government. They're sick and tired of being treated with absolute contempt and not shown the respect they deserve. People, if you've been living under a rock for the last couple of months, you've probably missed it, but there's a state election. During that state election, our union, plenty of other unions and the general public, not once got told about privatisation of government-owned assets, and it's an absolute shame. It's a disgrace, and it was a deceitful act by the Labor government. Shame on them. What the Light on the Hill campaign is about making sure that each and every person throughout the state of Queensland understands the negative impacts of privatisation upon themselves and upon their families, because at the moment we might be talking about Queensland Rail and the ports and forests and motorways and those sorts of assets that they want to sell off, but ultimately Wal's right in what he said earlier. Where's it all stop? At the end of the day, where are they going to stop with this privatisation? When they need to fill in another hole in, where are they going to stop? It's going to be electricity, it's going to be water. Because when they first started on this campaign, that's exactly where they're aiming at as well, electricity and water. But I'll quote something the Treasurer said, Andrew Fraser, he said quite clearly that at the time there wasn't a market to sell off some of the assets. So clearly that indicates to me and our union, quite clearly, when there is a time in the market, when other assets can be sold, they will be sold. And we're standing outside Lindy Nelson Carr's office here today. She had an opportunity to look after her constituents in Townsville and make sure that when she went to caucus and when she went to vote on this issue, she voted against it, and she's failed. And a number of other politicians failed as well. And what I'm here today to say is quite clearly, they need to be held accountable for their actions, and Bligh needs to be held accountable for her actions, and Andrew Fraser, the Treasurer of this state, needs to be held accountable for their actions. It's an absolute despicable, deceitful act they've done to Queenslanders, and if it means ultimately we need to go to the ballot box and we need to get rid of them and put someone else in place that will look after the interests of Queenslanders and the assets that we have, then so be it. I commend you on your efforts today to turn up. This is the start of a massive campaign throughout the state of Queensland, and like I said, the ETU with the Light on the Hill campaign is going to go to as many places as we can. It's going to culminate in Brisbane on the 3rd of July with a massive roll-up, and we're going to continue the pressure that we have to place on the Labor government. We're going to do it politically, we're going to do it industrially, and we're going to do it through stuff like this. We're going to get people turning up to community forums and making it loud and clearly heard that we're sick of this. We want it stopped, and unless she reverses her decision and makes a positive decision for Queenslanders and doesn't sell off government-owned assets, then she's going out the back door. Commend the lot of you. Good on you.